bringing you fashion in New England, taking you behind the scenes of the latest shows, and bringing you New England's finest fashion insiders. This is Style It Up. Tonight on Style It Up.
Clothing line, clothing store, online.
I decided to start to do fashion design.
Izzy, how are you doing?
I'm well. Thank you so much, Althea, for asking.
No problem. So tell me about Thicky, Chicky.
Thicky Chicky is basically a clothing line, a clothing store online for plus size women.
Okay.
It's basically something that I've been dreaming about doing for a long time and finally decided to take the plunge.
Oh, wow. So how did that get started? So is it something that you saw other websites and you're like, I could do that? Or how did that come about?
Well, I'd have to go back. We'd have to go back in time a little bit.
Take me back.
So ever since I was a young girl, I always was into fashion. You'd often see me at the age of 6, with a pair of scissors, armed, looking for a piece of fabric to cut, much to my parents' chagrin. I've cut a lot of pants and shirts of theirs, and they were always chasing me and getting mad at me. It wasn't until I made my first shirt. I don't know if you saw the Cosby episode of, the Gordon Guttrell.
Denise and Theo, what is this?
Exactly. So I had made a Frankenstein shirt. That's exactly what happened. So of course it wasn't wearable, but I was super proud of my creation, and that basically was the impetus for the Thicky Chicky, essentially. Me at that young age, really passionate about fashion and creating new designs.
Nice. So when did it evolve into, you know what, let's make a website. Let's do an online store, basically.
So it's something I've been thinking about for a super, super long time.
Okay.
I work full time. I'm a mother of 3. And, I'm the person that always feels, the need to dare myself to step out of my comfort zone and to do something different.
Right.
And so a lot of people that I kind of consulted with would always tell me, now's not the right time. You have a mortgage, you have the kids, you work. How would you ever, ever find the time to do this?
Right.
And I felt strongly that, this is something I definitely want to do. And so one day, I dared myself to apply for a business permit.
Okay.
And then the next day, I dared myself to contact a graphic designer. And then I just kept on taking baby steps.
Okay.
And then until you see the finished product, which is thethicky.com.
Nice. So it was just based off stepping out on fear and
Complete and utter terror.
So from there, it was just like, you know what? I'm going to take these no's and step on you and go for it.
Exactly. Because
Wonderful.
I'm of the adage that, you only have one life to live. And so why live your life spending endless days wondering what if I should have, I could have? It's not worth it to me.
Nice. So you have 3 different types of divisions within your website. Can you tell us about that?
So the first part is I sell vintage clothing for plus size women. And when I say plus size women, there's this thing in the fashion industry of plus size versus curvy versus big boned, all these things.
There's so many terms.
It's a plethora of terms. I just use the term plus size. And so the range is size 14 through 24. Okay. So I have vintage clothing that I curate myself so that I'm going out and looking for pieces that I feel that people would want to wear. The second part is I use select manufacturers that produce plus size clothing. And I say select because a lot of plus size boutiques, they'll just reach out to everyone and have everyone's stuff in their stores. But I'm really discerning when it comes to, making sure that the pieces are of high quality, and that it actually is going to look right on a plus size person.
And fit well
and fit well, exactly.
Gotcha.
And the last piece, of course, is my own design. Okay. That's the last component. So I also design clothing. So I designed a gold dress. That was my first design. Okay. I'm in the process now of designing other pieces that are going to be rolled out in the coming months. So I'm super excited about that.
Oh, that's wonderful. So in terms of like designing yourself, what type of clothing do you do? Is it evening wear, ready to wear?
It runs the gamut.
Okay.
I just like clothing that is loud and kind of evokes the feeling of, confidence that make people, when they wear it, feel confident.
Right.
And I'm into color and texture. So I have the sequin dress that's out, and I'm designing another dress that is not the sequin dress. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's still a secret.
Tease us more. Tease us. Tease us. Yes, I hear you.
But it's my style is very eclectic. I like, I'm definitely a fan of the head turn. I want people to be wearing my clothes, and then them to be outside and someone double take. That's what I want that to happen when people are wearing my garments. So
nice.
You'll definitely get that with this line.
So tell us the website. Where can we see your online store?
Yes, it's www.thethickychicky.com, and that's the online store. So if you go to that web address, you can shop away.
Great. So Izzy, thank you so much for coming. It's a pleasure. Keep Style Up in the loop for when you are going to be doing your big reveal for your spring, your actual collection. And thanks once again.
Thank you so much for having me, Althea.
No problem.
Coming up on Style It Up.
Theme of the collection, it was the cross-section from
up, college is hard. Down, those books are heavy.
My sport is football, but my passion is education. So every year I take promising high schoolers on a college tour to show them that higher education means a brighter future.
My name is Nnamdi Asamoah. I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
You can be a reader, tutor, or mentor too. Take the pledge at liveunited.org/volunteer.
Do you wear this?
So, I got this new family, and I don't know what it is about this one, but she can't seem to put down that toy all day long. Tap, 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 tap. Oh, and she even talks to it. She talks to that more than she talks to him. What's up, bro? Nice shirt. Who's she talking to? Her mom? She talks to her mom a lot.
This is Style It Up.
Thank you so much, Reggie, for joining us. I just want to start off by saying I love your hat, by the way. I love your whole entire outfit.
Thank you, thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
So first off, first time on Style It Up.
Yes.
Yes.
Very excited.
So
really
excited.
honored to be here. It's a really great program, and it's kind of iconic for the Boston fashion scene, to be honest with you. And I thank Althea for inviting me.
Awesome. Well, we're so happy to have you here. So let's talk about you, so everyone can get to know a little bit more about the life of Reggie.
So I grew up in Boston. I'm a Boston native. I went to school here. I went to school not for design. I went to school for psychology and sociology, which is a joint major at UMass Boston, which is another local state school. After I graduated, I decided to start to do fashion design because I had a knack and an aptitude for it, and also I had enough years experience through a mutual friend of Althea's called Prajay, that I felt that I could tackle the business and still be very successful at it. So I started to do fashion design. Then that was in 2012. In 2013, I started my first collection, which was inspired by the planet Mercury, and the iconography that I used was Greek, Greco-Roman art, and I did my first show in New York for Plitz Fashion Week. Was really fun, and since then it's just been like a really, really, really great
Like a
amazing.
whirlwind, basically,
yeah, basically,
right?
just kind of like a roller coaster ride, up and down. Just, I'm loving it. Every
So
bit of it.
let's talk about the beginning, because you
Okay.
just talked about so much. Such an
Yeah,
exciting
I'm
life.
like-
It's amazing, fashion. I mean, what's there not to love about it? You know what I mean? Explaining just about like where you sort of got your ideas, the themes, the concepts.
Mm-hmm.
So where were you when that first came to your mind? You're like, you know what? This is something that I want to do. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to tackle it.
I'm a really big nerd, and at that time I was really into like astronomy and astrology, and kind of just like science basically in general. I was really into kind of like learning about black holes for some weird reason.
Hey, it's okay.
I was just
Whatever.
like,
people have their things. So.
black holes are really interesting. They suck in light, and no light can penetrate it, and what's going on with that. So I just really was like really into it, and then I was also really into like lots of like not psychological theories that are related to astronomy and astrology. So I kind of just went along with that theme, and initially it was my first collection, and I kind of wanted to give people an understanding of who I was as a person, which is why I used Mercury, because I'm a Virgo and that's my ruling planet, which I'm into astrology
Yep,
also.
Absolutely.
So I chose Mercury, and the print was a cross-section that I got from the NASA's website, and I kind of like manipulated it to suit me and created like the print for the collection. And having that, I kind of used Mercury and everything that was kind of like relative to it to create the collection. So in addition to like having the print, I used a picture of Apollo, who is also associated with the planet Mercury. And I also did just kind of like a lot of different things.
Couple of models here.
Yes.
Really excited to have them
Yes,
come on.
I'm very honored.
Saw a lot of your designs. Absolutely obsessed, because I love the color yellow. Anyway, so,
I use a lot of yellow, actually,
really,
like a lot.
what's
Well,
the theme behind that?
I don't even know. I think it's just like happenstance. I used yellow, like my last two collections. I do have yellow in my next collection, not as much as these last two collections, but the yellow is kind of just like it's a
fun
cool
color. Yeah,
it
you
makes
can't
you
go wrong
feel
with it.
good. The sun's yellow.
Absolutely. So would you say, because you just said the sun is yellow,
Yeah.
do you use, when you think of different colors just for different ideas, when it comes to, you know, patterns or just different designs, do you look more towards the whole entire astrology theme? Is that
Not necessarily. My last collection wasn't necessary. The collection that you're going to see today wasn't about astrology, but I use a lot of like nature and history opposed to kind of like more social aspects to create a collection. So it's definitely heavily nature-based, and then more than likely, if it's not nature-based, it will be about like some kind of like historical period or something geeky or nerdy that I just at the time I found really, really interesting, and I decided to do it.
Absolutely love it. I think
collection
it's
about
time
it.
to have some fun and bringing on some of the models. So
Okay,
let's
great,
bring
great.
on your first model so that we can get a little more into who you're about and taking a look more at your designs.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's have the first model come on.
So this was from my second collection, which was inspired by Prince Albert. He's a German prince who married Queen Victoria. The print I outsourced, and it's basically a plaid that ombres out. I kind of wanted to do something really fun and different. At the time, ombre hair was really like popular, so I was like, I want to do something with ombre to kind of keep it contemporary and on trend, because you have to keep it on trend,
Absolutely,
or people
you
are
have
gonna
to.
not like it. So I did that concept. I was really excited and happy how it came out. I thought it came out really, really well. And I matched it with green shoes. Once again, the color scheme was kind of like yellow, green, blue, and black. So, yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. Now let's take a look at the next item that we have here. I love this. I love these pants. It's
Yeah,
really beautiful.
this is like one of my favorite.
Is this your favorite look?
pieces,
Yes.
Yeah. The pants are silk. They're a color blocking technique. And the shirt is a print shirt. I still kind of like use aspects from the traditional print, which was a cross section that I found from his royal family's breastplate, and I took that and manipulated it and kind of like took that aspect of it and used it in different ways to get different prints and different ideas on how I could make the prints and stuff like that. So that shirt is a representation of it. The pants are like silk with a silk waistband that's in black because I kind of wanted to do something that was a little different and kind of do something more color blocked, but with men's apparel and men's pants, because like men's pants sometimes can be like really like, not necessarily frumpy, but just kind of like, there's not a lot being done in terms of like design, so I wanted to do something that was really different.
First thing, I love the scarf.
Oh yeah, the scarf.
Absolutely my favorite.
I made the scarf again using the same print. I love scarves. I'm like obsessed with scarves. I have like tons and tons of scarves. So the scarf is silk. The pants are silk also, but they're gray because I wanted to have like a variation of just the pants in different sizes. I mean the different colors. I'm sorry.
Absolutely.
The shirt's just kind of like a cotton poplin, white. It was kind of just I wanted to like have like detailing in the shirt just so it would be different. So I kind of like did like this cross pattern just because I thought it'd be interesting to do. This whole look is something that would be more for like spring going into summer because it's a little warm and kind of like dressy but not too dressy.
Take a look at the next look that you have here.
Okay, so my next look is my statement look. It was the print or the theme of the collection. It was the cross section from the family's crest that I manipulated into prints. This look is 100% organic, which is kind of like the crux of my whole concept of environmentally friendly fashion that's very wearable. And so I decided to make a look that's really high fashion, really edgy, but also environmentally friendly and wouldn't necessarily translate as being something environmentally friendly. So this look, it's one of my favorite looks and I cannot get enough of it.
Absolutely, and it's yellow too, so you
yes,
can't complain.
Yellow and black, which are like my two favorite colors, and green.
Absolutely. So let's take a final look at all of the models. So if you want to join us, please. Fabulous. So we want to thank you so much for coming on to our show. Absolutely, absolutely love your designs, the vibrant colors, everything. We definitely wish you nothing but the best of luck. For those who are interested in learning just a little bit more about you so they can learn about upcoming shows that you might be attending, where would people be able to find you?
You can just Google Chevalier Homme, Chevalier Homme, and you should be able to find tons of stuff about me, my website, Google, Facebook, Instagram. I'm on everything.
Can't forget selfies. You have to take your selfies.
Yes, so like just Google that, or if you want to email me, you can email me at info@chevalier-homme.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Reggie.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure.